All right, I have the board put back in now, and I redid the wires using ferrules on the ends of them, which fit inside the connectors. I had a hexagon crimper and whatnot, one of these guys. And the ferrule size I used is these yellow. They are 0506. They seem to fit in pretty well. If you have a square crimper, you might be able to go a little bigger, maybe the larger size, the next size up or whatever. So depends on what you want to do. Also, you could just leave the bare wires in these screw down connectors if you're using this board. The 2660 version has a 4-pin connector like that, so it's not, it's not these screw down types. All right, so I have it in. I have the X and Y end stop hooked up. The Z end stop wire I'm going to use for the probe for now. I'm probably going to run a new probe and 24 volt power wire up through the harness, but for now, this is the way I have it. So it's remounted. It's ready to plug in the power. I haven't hooked up the solid state relay yet for the spindle, and nor have I hooked up the solenoid for the air blast, because this does have the air blast on here and mister, which you can turn off the mist and just use the air. But I'm actually going to test it out with the pen plotter. All right, so now I have the solenoid for the air blast connected to the MOSFET output there. Notice it just plugs right in, so if I wanted to unplug it, I can just pull it out. It has one of these connectors on it. So, and then I have the MOSFET power in connected up and the motor power. So aside from configuration, this board is ready to turn on, and then I need to wire up the spindle as well. All right, so I managed to hook up the solid state relay here, which runs the spindle, router. But so instead of using there is actually SSR FETs here, these little guys, the little pin headers there in the middle. But I decided to use the bigger MOSFETs that are normally used for fans to drive it. So it'll be driving the solid state relay at 24 volts. If you use the little FETs, which are, these little connectors here in the middle, those will drive the solid state relay at 5 volts, which is absolutely fine. These ones I'm using run 3 to 32, so running it at 24 is just fine. I also hooked up a second one there for the dust extractor, which I don't have the relay in yet, and I left the wires a little long because I might actually move both of these relays down a little ways to a new DIN rail. So for now, this is the first one which runs the spindle. The second wire that's spare there is going to run potentially the dust extractor.